A mix between tower defense, light 2D action platforming, and physics destruction a la Crush the Castle or its more recent iteration, Angry Birds, Castlestorm is a game that's both easy to pick up and fun to play, despite not having all that much depth. In campaign mode, the story doesn't really have much of a point, and as you'd expect, the main focus is on destroying the enemy through any means possible. Some missions will remove your ability to launch projectiles at the enemy, requiring that you rely on your foot soldiers instead, while others will have bonus objectives that can be met by using or not using certain weapons or soldiers. At the end of the day, though, the main objective of most missions is simple: destroy the enemy castle before they destroy you. Both your castle and the enemy have a ballista which can launch everything from arrows to rocks to bombs to rocket-propelled explosive sheep. While the ballistas on both castles are immune to damage, the castles themselves are not. Inside your castle, which you can edit the layout of to your heart's content before every mission, are special rooms that allow you to spawn specific troops or which give you bonuses in battle, such as generating more food, which is required for spawning troops, or capturing enemy troops for additional gold at the end of each mission. As each of the special rooms are destroyed, your offensive and defensive capabilities diminish, though the same is true of your enemies as well. Ground battles in Castlestorm are more annoying than anything else, especially when you're forced into them, which is why I took command of my special troops as little as possible. They're strong against regular units, but when commanding my special leader unit, I was unable to access my ballista and my view of the map was limited. The overall funness of this method of battle is pretty low, and I'd like to see more emphasis put on the castle crushing aspect over directly controlling a special ground unit. When you're not directly in command of your special units, you can spawn AI troops that will battle the enemy, trying to knock down the gate of the enemy castle and steal the enemy's flag. Trying to switch between spawning these troops, using multiple types of ammo in your ballista, and casting a variety of magic spells all at once gets hectic and confusing, which isn't helped by the somewhat confounding control scheme, which takes a while to get used to. Even by the end of the campaign, I was still making mistakes with the controls, and not for a lack of practice, but because they just weren't making much sense with what I expected. The music in Castlestorm is fun to listen to, but it gets old and repetitive fairly quickly, as do the small variety of sound effects. The sound design isn't bad by any means, it's just not all that great, and it'd be nice to see some more variety in later patches and updates. Playing through missions on casual difficulty presents only a minor challenge, even on the later levels, and is a great way to lose anywhere between a few minutes to a few hours on a game that doesn't require much thinking or strategy to play. This isn't a bad thing, mind you, and I know that I'll be taking advantage of this particular aspect of the game whenever I want to relax without having to commit to something more involved. Castlestorm isn't perfect. The gameplay could use a healthy dose of reorganization, the sound design is so-so, and it's not a very deep game. What it does well, though, is provide a good amount of fun without requiring much investment to learn how to play, and it can just as easily provide 10 minutes of distraction as it can 2 hours. For $10, you'll easily get 5 hours out of the main campaign and all of the side missions, and from there you'll have plenty else to do with skirmishes and online play, so it's well worth the price in my book. Thanks for watching Game Night with Mike. I'll be back with more videos very soon.